Hey, good day. This is Scott with Wet Edge. I'd like to welcome you to our Prism Matrix product video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the benefits and challenges of the Prism Matrix, and also what to reasonably expect should you choose to go with it. I really like this finish. Prism Matrix is, you can almost say it's when worlds collide. And what I mean by that is we're taking the natural world in our pearl and satin matrix, and we're blending it with the beautiful vibrancy of glass bead and putting them together, and you have a pebble finish that is just so much more dynamic and lustrous compared to just a plain pebble finish. So if you're looking to make that statement, just have something that just has that wow factor when you come up to the edge and you look down and you see your pool finish, Prism Matrix may be the finish for you. All right, so if I piqued your interest a little bit, let me tell you about some of the benefits that you're going to get by going with the Prism Matrix. Let's break it down this way. First of all, let's take a look at the aggregate. Now the aggregate, what we've done is we've actually blended both the pearl size and our satin size and put them together. So we found when we do that, we actually get a fuller, richer looking matrix or surface. Secondly, keep in mind as well is we don't crush that aggregate. So that's why we're not afraid to put a little of that pearl or larger size pebble in there, because we know it's going to have rounder, smoother edges. And then you combine that with the smooth glass bead, you have a surface that has this wonderful texture. All right, a second benefit that you're going to get with Prism Matrix is our additive. At Wet Edge, we believe that cement is the weak link in any pool finish, Prism Matrix notwithstanding. This finish, along with other finishes, are always going to be underwater. Water is very aggressive. And what it wants to do is break that cement down. So what we wanted to do is fortify that cement. Well, what's the point in having all that beautiful uncrushed pebble with a beautiful glass bead, and if we don't modify what holds it all together? And our additive does that, a blend of pozzolans and polymers, which basically changes the way the cement hydrates, makes it harder, makes it denser, makes it less reactive with the water environment that it's going to be in. So all that beautiful pebble and bead is going to be there a lot longer. A third benefit that Prism Matrix can give you are the pigments we use. And at Wet Edge, we believe in using powdered mineral-based pigments. Now, powdered mineral-based pigments are generally considered in the pool industry to be the best pigments available. Okay, now a fourth benefit, and one could actually argue that this is the most crucial factor, are our Wet Edge applicators. You know, we could have the nicest product on the market, and at Wet Edge, we think we do, but if we don't have an applicator that can do it justice, I mean, what do we really have? And for you as a consumer, it's hard to know. You could have a crew come to you and say, well, we have the right equipment, but they may not necessarily have the experience. Or you may have a crew come to you and say, well, we can do it for cheaper, but what they're not going to tell you is how they're going to expose it. And this is a key point, because how you expose a Prism Matrix finish, or any pebble, other pebble finish for that matter, it's about compaction. And these crews that can offer it for less money, typically what they're doing is they're using sponges and brushes, brooms, or even a garden hose to expose the pebble. And that's okay and all, but it doesn't get you the compaction, because it only allows them or affords them one pass at the aggregate. So they tend to leave more space in between the pebble, and that really creates a rough texture. Plus, it also opens you up to all the cosmetic issues that a plaster or quartz finish can give you, the streaking, the modeling, the swirling, the staining. Our Wet Edge applicator, well, they're going to come in and they're going to pump the material into your pool. They're going to set up their wand system that sprays a fine mist over the surface, and that removes that layer of cement, exposing the pebble. But it doesn't stop there. What that will afford them is the ability to go back and to hit the material with their trowel again, and they can pass over 2 or 3 times. And with each pass, they're driving that aggregate and beautiful glass bead closer and closer together to get a richer, fuller look and just really, really good texture. And plus, they've removed more cement, so you're going to have a finish that is not only dynamic and beautiful, but it's going to last longer, and it's going to continue to look good as it ages. So after all those wonderful benefits, what are possibly some of the challenges or consideration in deciding to go with Prism Matrix or not? Well, just as in our pearl and satin matrix lines, it really just comes down to 2 issues: price and the texture. Now, as far as price, I'll just be blunt, perfectly honest with you. You're paying for the look. You still get all the benefits the pearl and satin matrix or the pebble finish gives you when it's properly installed. But the glass just adds a financial factor that at the end of the day, only you can decide, is it worth it to make that jump? But it's a beautiful look. and I believe just well worth the investment. Now, as far as the texture, I could actually argue that it'll have an improved texture over both the pearl and the satin because with the addition of the glass bead, which is a very smooth ingredient, along with the non-crushed pebble on both sizes, and you get even more compaction, the texture of that is actually, I would argue again, improved over the pearl and the satin. And it just, again, it just feels wonderful, and I believe it just massages your feet. So there you have it. That was our Prism Matrix. A pebble finish that's been taken to a dynamic level because of the beautiful glass bead, but yet gives you all the benefits of our pearl and satin matrix. The rounder, smoother, uncrushed pebble, the modified cement, installed by a certified qualified applicator, and just like the pearl matrix and satin matrix, Prism Matrix tends to be one of the easier finishes to maintain. So Prism Matrix may be the finish just for you. As always, we hope you found this helpful and informative so you can make an educated decision, because we really just want you to be happy with whatever finish you choose. So thank you so much for watching from all of us at Wet Edge, your pool finish resource.